Hello, my name is Charlie, and the movie I chose is Rush Hour. The genre is comedy and action. To start off, the movie Rush Hour is a blend of comedy and buddy cop action, filled with high energy martial arts and top tier comedic dialogue. The film's comedic aesthetics include bright lighting, expressive acting, humorous musical cues, and overall lighthearted tone. The vibrant cityscapes of Los Angeles and Hong Kong enhance the mood, along with humorous facial expressions, especially from Chris Tucker. The soundtrack mixes with upbeat hip hop with energetic action music, enhancing the comedic timing throughout the movie. In comedy, there is often tropes such as the fool, witty banter, and misunderstandings. In Rush Hour, Chris Tucker's character, Detective Carter, plays the fool. He's an arrogant and loud but ultimately likable character. Many of the misunderstandings stem from the culture barrier between the two leads. Common conventions in comedy include lighthearted conflicts, happy endings, and a funny cast. Although Rush Hour involves crime and kidnapping, the tone remains playful. The story focuses on a friendship and justice rather than tragedy. Much of the film's charms relies on strong chemistry between the duo rather than heavy drama. The aesthetics in the action genre include fast editing, stunts, explosions, and dramatic sound effects. The movie showcases Jackie Chan's signature fight choreography blending with martial arts and stunts. Instead of using heavy gore or darkness, the film opts for clean, creative action that are both thrilling and funny. Common action tropes include the hero versus many, big explosions, high stakes, chases, and detective work. Rush Hour follows the classic odd couple versus bad guys setup, with shootouts, ticking clock situations, and action packed set pieces, with all humorous twist. Carter's inexperience and Lee's skill create plenty of laughs for the audience. Typical conventions in action films include a strong hero, an evil villain, and climatic final battle. In Rush Hour, Jackie Chan's character, Inspector Lee, is the competent martial artist, while Carter is less experienced but heavily involved in defeating the villains. The film ends with a big rescue and a final fight scene. To blend comedy and action, Rush Hour uses fast-paced action sequences paired with sharp comedic timing. The movie's aesthetics revolve around classic buddy duo formula, mismatched partners, culture clash comedy, and impressive yet funny fight scenes that often involve props or furniture. In terms of tropes and conventions, the film builds upon the buddy cop structure popularized by either by example, Lethal Weapon or 48 Hours, featuring two opposites forced to work together. Rush Hour stood out in the comedy action genre because it combined American streetwise humor with Hong Kong style action. Jackie Chan's presence added international appeal through his unique stunt style, while Chris Tucker contributed energetic humor and comedic gestures. According to Christopher Hooton, the article Rush Hour is still an undeniably charismatic buddy comedy about American compliancy. So, many action movies have revolved around unlikely plots and antique villains, usually Russians who serve Cold War grudges, but Rush Hour's premise was perfectly contemporary. Here's an example.
Thank you, God. Oh, shit, oh.
Moving on. The plot of Rush Hour begins with two mismatched detectives, Lee, a Hong Kong police officer, and the Detective Carter, a loudmouth LAPD cop. When the daughter of a Chinese consul in Los Angeles is kidnapped, the FBI assigns Lee and Carter to the case. At first, they do not want to work together, struggling with cultural differences, language barriers, and egos. However, as they investigate, they uncover a deep conspiracy behind the kidnapping. Eventually, they team up, save the girl, and form a long-lasting friendship. The elements of comedy and action appear throughout using miscommunication and stereotypes to create humor while also building a connection between Lee and Carter. Their verbal banter and timing, Chris Tucker's fast-paced jokes contrast with Jackie Chan's straight man reactions, create the rhythm that carries much of the film's humor. Physical comedy also plays a major role, as Jackie Chan uses martial arts not just for fighting, but also for laughs. Some of the film's action elements include Jackie Chan stunts, explosions, car chases, kidnappings, ransom plots, and betrayal. Before Rush Hour, most buddy cops filmed like Lethal Weapon featured two American cops from different backgrounds. Rush Hour changed that formula by pairing American detective with a Hong Kong officer, introducing Jackie Chan's action comedy style to a mainstream American audiences. The film used wide shots, long takes, and carefully choreographed fights that felt fresh compared to the fast-cut, gun-heavy action scenes in the past. Most 1990s action heroes were seriously overly egotistical, but Jackie Chan brought humor throughout the movement, and creative use of everyday objects in fighting, making Rush Hour not only thrilling but also fun to watch. In many action and comedy films, there's a clueless character in new land. In Rush Hour, Detective Carter is often unprepared or outmatched, while Lee remains calm, skilled, and cool, creating a balanced dynamic. Rush Hour reshaped the genre by bringing Hong Kong cinema into the Hollywood mainstream and introducing a new kind of buddy cop duo that blends cultures and comedy styles. This opens doors for more international collaborations and set the stage for a successful franchise. The film proved that action and comedy could work together without sacrificing the strength of either genre.
Please tell me you speak English. I'm Detective Carter. Do you speak any English? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
According to Journal of Communication, our study suggests that the generic conventions and textual devices of comedy encourage the audiences to naturalize racial differences rather than challenge racial stereotypes. Quote, this highlights how the movie sparked conversations about humor interacts with race and representation. Rush Hour's comedy often relied on racial and cultural stereotypes, which some critics argue reinforce problematic tropes. However, according to Park, Gavadon, and Sharon of the Journal of Communication, quote, many viewers, especially across racial lines, interpreted these portrayals differently, some seeing them as harmful and others as humorous or even empowering. This shows the film's cultural impact and the diverse reactions it inspired. It was widely regarded as one of the most influential action comedy films of its time. Its legacy relied on its commercial success, and it changed the way new buddy cop genres around the world. Here are the examples of Lethal Weapon, 48 Hours, and Ride Along. You see how similar these covers look like. That is an action and comedy film. Before Rush Hour, buddy cop formula had already been popularized through films like Lethal Weapon and 48 Hours. To conclude, Rush Hour matters because it spreads cultures. It impacted buddy cop formula and brought fresh energy to both comedy and action genres. By blending Jackie Chan's martial arts with Chris Tucker's comedic timing, the film introduced a unique dynamic that appealed to global audiences. This reshaped genre expectations, proving that action could be funny and comedy can be thrilling. In conclusion, Rush Hour expanded what comedy and action films could look like and who could lead them.
You ready? You ready? I'm ready. Oh my goodness.
I will show you the other films from a couple slides back. Here we go.
No wonder you mad. Don't worry, it's okay.
And last scene Oh,
Bye,